Well, hello, friends, neighbors. John, your whiskey neighbor here. Welcome down to the Nook and happy Saturday. I hope today you've got a nice malt that actually gives you a bit of a hug if you're anywhere in my area. It's cold. Like I wear this often in the basement because it's fun. Now I'm wearing it around the house because it's cold. And it's nice to warm up with a good malt and a malt that maybe evokes being by the sea. Usually for me, I will say that is a peated malt. But James dropped off this Old Pulteney 18-year-old. Now, I haven't had the Old Pulteney 18-year-old, but I actually like their Humble 12. The 100's often a good deal. I don't know, I like it. It's not an amazing malt. It's usually a value malt. But this one I think is in a different class. So I am going to open this up. I have poured it out on the short. I'm going to talk to you about it. And then I'm going to compare it as I do to another fantastic single malt. This is Craigellachie 17. And why? Well, they actually have quite a bit of similarities. So we'll get into that. But for now, pour something. If you have Old Pulteney 18, great. If not, Craigellachie 17. And if not that, just pour something fun and let's talk whiskey. 3, 4. Thanks for staying with me. As I said, the star of this show will be Old Pulteney 18 because I haven't talked to you about it before. So, Old Pulteney 18, that it's 46% and those cask mix, this is one thing I can't seem to find. Several sources online say this is natural color, non-chill filter, and it's a beautiful, rich color. It's darker than the Craigellachie 17. But I couldn't get confirmation of that, and it's not on the bottle. I did look. So hopefully, at 46, they really don't need to do anything in terms of chill filtration. But coloring, it's really dark. In fact, this tells me there's quite a bit of sherry going on in here. Now I snuck a simple note on the nose and taste when I poured it because people really like that. They don't like it when I wait till the long, but this is when I'm really getting into it with you. So let's see what it's like on the nose. I'm going to stay a lot with the notes that I had in the short. I'm finding sherry notes coming up very quickly. It's rich, it's dark, it's leathered. And that famous, seaside saltiness doesn't capture me on the nose, which is interesting. It is staying far more in a little bit of cinnamon, some Christmas spice, a little bit of savory note in there, like, that edge of like whatever we're going to the next dark spice after cinnamon. It's not quite clove, but something like that. It's got like a little dark spicing. It's got all kinds of rich red fruits. Very savory. Let's see if the salt comes on the palate. Sláinte. This is a beautiful dram. It's got lots of layers. It is, again, on the spicy side. And here, I do get a bit of that saltiness, but it's not salt brine peat. It's salt caramel for me. It is. I've got a little bit of caramel, sweet vanilla, and this is a little bit of that salted caramel idea, which is quite nice. I'm finding it a little bit drying on the palate, which speaks into sherry notes. And again, the sherry's coming back. I didn't expect this to be so sherried. Like just in my understanding of Old Pulteney, especially the ones that I've had, the more value ones, they're just not this sherry forward. This is quite rich. Better try another sip. Sláinte. This has taken me where sometimes full sherry goes. A little bit of chocolates, a little bit of bitter espresso, a little bit more cask, a little bit of must cask, like musty cask on that edge. Not tons, but very matured fruits. It's not high sweetness for me. It's not high vanilla. It's not high, it's not a PX sherry. If it is, it doesn't taste into that, confectionery sugar cotton candy. This is a fully leathered sherry dram, good spice and a little bit of orange citrus and some salt and some caramel. It's a really nice dram. So when I sat down here, I thought, you know what, I do need to compare it to a bit of a darling in the YouTube community, and one that I have on the shelf, and one that is also, they mentioned, 50% ex-sherry and 50% ex-bourbon. It's the Craigellachie 17-year-old. And, the Craigellachie 17-year-old is just like a beauty. Now this one, very clearly natural color, non-chill filtered, and as I mentioned, ex-bourbon and ex-sherry. So it really is in the neighborhood. If these are both natural color, of course this is. If this is, this has to have more sherry or more expressive sherry. It is significantly darker than the Craigellachie. But let's try Craigellachie 17 on the nose. And here I'm getting just different fruits. Here I get a little bit more, not quite tropical, but pushing into some stone fruit, some apricot. I'm getting a little bit more, almost like also orchard, so a little bit of apple in there, a little bit of stone fruits, just different than the darker leathered fruits of the Old Pulteney in this contrast. It's nice. It's got a good sweetness, a nice malty hug. It's got a little bit of spiciness on the nose. I'm surprised. In this comparison, I'm getting almost an edge of banana, which is not a great note for me, but I'm getting a little bit of that. Let's try this one on the pot. Hope you have something good in your glass. Sláinte. Well, that's really good. Really good. Coating, a little bit more coating than this one. A little more ginger, a little bit more almond, a little bit more, shoot, lost my train of thought there. It definitely, like, even though I think is it 50% first fill sherry? You guys comment down below. I'm surprised at how well it's got lots of layers of fruits, different fruits, more fruit layers than the Old Pulteney. I have to say it's a little bit more savory and less leathered and less prune. And I don't really get the salt, but I do get a little dirty oil in there, a classic Craigellachie. So they're kind of competing for what's that underlying slightly different character. Man, that's a good one. I got to try it again. Sláinte. Oh, that's so good. It's such a great dram. This is one of my favorite scotches. That said, and I know I haven't cleared my palate, but this Old Pulteney 18 is surprising me at how good it is and how sherried it is. If in your market this is at least a decent value and you're looking for an older scotch and you like sherry, I got like, not quite macadamia nuts, but I got some different, like rich nuts. Really good. Surprisingly good, and just that little bit of classic salt. All their marketing pays off, so I get it as well when I taste it. But I find them quite different. I like them both quite a bit, and this surprisingly rich sherry. So if you're looking for an 18-year-old that has a lot of good sherry character, I heartily recommend it. This is a fantastic 18-year-old malt. What's been your experience with either one? The 18-year-old, the 17-year-old, or talk anything whiskey down below. But I do appreciate all the comments, you guys. Thanks for joining me here today. You guys have a great week. Hello neighbors, this is like a bonus for you or for me, I'm not sure. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm playing with tech. Now you can see a keyboard and mouse and whatnot because I'm trying to change my setup to be, in essence, in the end, actually a little less work for me and just as enjoyable for you, and we can just talk whiskey and enjoy. So you'll notice when I went to the bottle cam and I made it shorter that we didn't have any audio, and I didn't notice that till post-production. I didn't want to re-record because that's just not how I roll. So now you can see when I go to bottle cam, and hopefully when it come back to me, you can still hear me. Yay, or at least I hope so. I'll check that out and then I'll put it on the end of the YouTube. The idea is that I can do this stuff. I can cut into a bottle. Oh, I better put a bottle there. I can cut into a bottle. I can cut back to main, maybe cut back to a bottle, back to a main, whatever. I can even do things like, hey, you know what? Give me a subscribe, give me a like. Actually, please do. I don't try to do it audio because for some reason that bothers me, but that's the idea. I can just do this, I'm setting up my stuff, and then I can really just enjoy the whiskey rather than spending a lot of time editing with you. So at any rate, this was just a little bonus clip. Certainly as much for me as you, but I do hope you just have a great time this weekend. You can enjoy a little good whiskey. You guys take care.